Hey guys, how you doing today? So I've got a bad TPMS sensor, so it's got my light on. It's bothering me. It's this left front. I'm going to replace this sensor. We're going to use the Launch dual frequency sensor. These come blank, so you have to have their programmer so that you can program the ID into these. Now the first thing I'm going to have to do is use my Bead Buster 10,000, which I built, so I can bust the bead on this tire. I'll put the video on this bead buster up in the upper right corner, and then I'm going to have to program this sensor and then install it, and we'll be good to go. Now, I've read people complaining that they've bought these sensors and they've installed them in their tires, and a tire shop was not able to program them. Well, the reason is because you've got to have one of Launch's programmers so you can program the ID into these sensors. They're not like your regular TPMS sensor that you're going to buy that's already got an ID programmed into them. These come blank. There is no ID programmed into these when they're right out of the box. So I'll show you the procedure to do that. And we're going to use the Launch CRP919XBT, the i-TPMS from Launch. It's a simple procedure. So first thing is I'm going to connect the VCI to the truck and turn the key on. To turn the i-TPMS on, you're just going to push and hold the power button. You'll hear a couple beeps and then it'll start booting up. Next thing, we're going to go over here to other modules, toolbox, and TPMS. We'll hit OK. It should recognize the i-TPMS, which it did. I'm going to hit America, GMC. This is a Sierra. Now this truck was built December of 2015, and it has 315 megahertz sensors in it. And you can see right here where it says 2015, 01, 2016, 12. So that falls within that time frame that shows that it has got 315 megahertz sensors in it. So we're going to hit that. I'm going to hit OK. Now the first thing we've got to do is we've got to pull the IDs that's already in the computer. So I'm going to hit read ECU ID, and it's going to pull the IDs that's in the computer currently. So there's all 4 of the IDs up on the screen. I'm going to hit OK. We're dealing with the left front, which is the one that's already highlighted. The ID on that is 806FD6A6. So I'm going to take our Launch sensor that's currently blank. I'm going to stick it right here on the Launch tool. We're going to go over here to programming. Again, make sure that whichever tire you're working on is what you've got selected. I'm going to do copy by OBD. Currently created ID is it. Now, let me go back for a second. You can actually do auto, and it will automatically assign a random ID to that sensor. You can do manual, to where if you want a specific ID number programmed into it, you can do that. What I normally do is just do copy by ID, or I'm sorry, copy by OBD. I'm going to hit programming. It's going to check the sensor, and then it's going to start programming it. And what it's doing is it's programming the ID that the truck's computer has in it right now. It's programming that same ID to the actual sensor. That way, once I install this sensor in the tire, I don't have to do anything else. The truck's going to recognize this sensor as being the sensor that is installed. Now, something else that it's doing right now is it's programming the correct frequency. So not only is it programming the ID, but if you're working on a vehicle that's got 315 megahertz sensors, it configures it for 315. If it's 433 megahertz, it's going to configure it for 433. So these sensors are working about 98% of all vehicles. And you can see that right toward the end of that programming procedure, it tested the sensor to make sure that it did have that ID programmed into it. So you can see that, that it does, and everything is good. So basically right now I'm just going to install this sensor. I'm going to use my BeadBuster 10,000 to break the bead and get the sensor installed, and we'll be good. If you want to see that video, it'll be up in the upper right corner of the screen, and you can watch that video on how that BeadBuster works. But that's pretty much it. This works really good. Now they've got newer sensors that's actually smaller than this one. This one, I think they advertise it as 38 grams is what the weight of it is. And they've got one now that is, I think they're 34 grams, and they're physically smaller. And they are advertised as being improved. They're stronger radio frequency wise, and they are supposed to last longer. Now I've had good luck with these so far. They're relatively inexpensive. You can buy one of these are about $13. I'll put links on from Amazon. They're about $13, $14 for a single sensor. They do come in the rubber valve stem or the metal valve stem configuration. So whatever your wheel takes, you can get a sensor for that. Anyway, one other thing I want to show is that even though I just programmed this with the left front ID, you can reprogram it to whatever number you want. So if I want to select the left front, if I hit manual, and I'm just going to put in, it's an 8-digit. So if you wanted to take this sensor from one tire and stick it in another one, you can easily do that. So it's now programming the sensor to a different ID. So not only can you program it once, but you can program it multiple times to any ID you want. Just checking it. And there it is. There's the new ID that we programmed. Anyway, and on the tool, you can see where it says program success. Anyway, that's pretty much it. The Launch TPMS sensors and how to program them using the i-TPMS and a launch scan tool. You guys take care.